Yo, it is your boy Misty. I'm back with some more Yu-Gi-Oh stuff. I wanted to give my recap for the season. I wanted to see what you guys thought, and maybe some gameplay too. So we're gonna see how it goes. Um, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'm just gonna go through some replays, and yeah, I mean overall this deck was really good. There was some problems because not every deck would work against this or work towards it. This is crazy. This is like my deck. Anyways, not every deck would work towards what I wanted. But it was still a lot of fun because the deck had a lot of replayability. So even if I wasn't getting what I wanted off the start, I would be able to play for a while and maybe find an out eventually. It was a lot of fun. Overall, this deck does really good against trap and monster decks, so you're gonna see a lot of those. But if they're like pure monsters, it can kind of be tough, especially if they can play through a lot of traps. So. Okay. So first game is against the Labrynth deck, or Runic, sorry. I don't remember this game super well, but I do remember. Well, I hope you guys remember these two cards: Imperial Iron Wall and Epidemic Eradicator. They're very good for fighting against Runic. No banishes, no spells. So before I was shotgunning these traps a lot, but I'm gonna try to show you guys the right way to do it. This order is probably a lot better than the way that I've been showing you, so if you want to try this order, it'll probably benefit you more than it'll hurt you. So usually I would just go Welcome Labrynth, Summon Lady, and then use her to do Epidemic. But instead, first I waited. I wanted to see if they were runics, so first I stopped him from banishing. So this will make sure that he can't destroy my Epidemic. He doesn't do anything about it, so we'll let him make his plays, get as many cards as he needs in his hand. Adds another fountain. Now he has two cards, two spells in his hands, a fountain, and then he has an allure, which does nothing because of Imperial Iron Wall. And he has a monster that stops destruction, targeting destruction. So first, I welcome Labrynth here, okay? Now that I know that his turn's kind of over, I welcome Labrynth, and this lets me summon Lord. The Lord will search Trap Trick. I actually fucked up because this should be either another welcome Labrynth or a trap to use, because Imperial Iron Wall will stop me from using Trap Trick. But you'll see, this is literally like, it's such a blowout at this point. So instead of calling it on Lovely, I call it on Lord, and the reason is because first off, there goes everything, okay? And then second off, now I have both Lovely and Ariana's effect. So I didn't get the effect off of Lord being sent, but then I used Terrors to send this card and reset Terraforming, and this let me use both effects. This card will destroy whatever this face down is. I think it was Rivalry, if I saw it correctly. That does nothing to me, and then I search Dogmatica and I would set it for next turn. So if he did eventually get a card to search, like, you know, the monster, then I would have a Dogmatica for it. So that's the first game. Shouldn't be too many games. There's a couple that are spell and trap heavy, and those ones are really short because it's essentially just waiting till you draw Lord or Epidemic, or, you know, Trap Trick, or, you know, like one of your pot cards. You just have to wait until you can get one of those cards that'll search for you. So yeah, not too bad. Here's another example, and this one I think was an actual blowout, so keep that in mind. The further that we get in, the more likely these games are pretty insane. I said this was going to be a recap, so I got up to Diamond 3. That was the highest point I reached. Diamond 3 was pretty brutal, I'm not gonna lie. I couldn't really just win it for free. But up to that point, I was in some serious win streaks. So this deck is really good. I don't know if I'd say tier 1, but it is definitely better than some control decks. I mean, for example, Sky Striker. So I just guessed here. This is probably not the best way to do this. I guessed he ashed me, which was not a good sign. So I really should probably play this more patiently. But I saw him strike this, and you'll see why I wanted to even show this game. This was a little bit too much for me. But I destroyed this card. The reason I destroyed this card is because then Lovely will destroy a card in hand, and the way that I'm doing this will hopefully destroy. Here, look. So I activate Epidemic right after I use Lovely's effect, but then Lovely will destroy a card in hand right after Epidemic will pop. So we'll call spell cards, and there goes his Lightning Strike, his Regeki, which would have cleared my board. And then Lord will come down on the field after Lovely will destroy a card. So I'll destroy a card. This card will reset Lovely back on the field. This card will search another card. So it's a lot of replayability stuff. So it's very good. It's very good to get your Ariana out after you've already used your Big Lady's effect, because Ariana will just give you another card, and then for example, Trap Trick will just search another effect that'll let you pop these traps. So I could have gone into compulsory, and then I would have resummoned my lady or my Ariana, and then my Ariana would have searched another card. So that would have been just another +2 off of one card. And then also my field spell would have resummoned my Lovely from hand, or from the graveyard. So it would have been a +3 advantage off of sending my own card to the grave. So that's kind of the idea. Just trying to get Epidemic out, and then the chain is mainly just try to keep your lady out as long as possible, so you can destroy another card and use it before you use Epidemic. So chain 1 lady, chain 2 Epidemic, so that you can get another pop if you can. Alright, next is Mathmech. So Mathmech is pretty crazy right now. Alright, Mathmech. So these are all, I thought, top tier decks, so why I saved some of them, because they were really popping off, and I found a couple of good ways to win. So these aren't all the games, but you know, there was a grind. It was a lot of you'd have to wait to draw your out. So if you guys can find better ways to deck build, feel free. This is, like I said, not my deck. If you want to see the deck, I've already said where you can find it. So look at my last video. It's in the link. So Mathmech is pretty crazy. They have a 1-card combo, and he got the card Circular. So Circular searches off in Sigma, summons from the graveyard, and that lets him get this card. This card searches another Mathmech card. Okay. This card is his normal summon, lets him resummon another Mathmech card, and then he goes Splash Mage because he has Parallel Exceed, and if he link summons, he can summon 2 of these guys, which lets him summon another card because he linked into a card that summons from the graveyard. And this card resummons a Splash Mage, and he uses it to link off to a Link 4. Then he goes into another Mathmech card. This is insane to me, by the way. He started with the full everything. So anyways, he got Heat Soul. He has, and I know this is his thing that'll let him resummon 3 and then destroy 3 cards. So he has a draw 1 again. Right now, I don't know what's in his hand, but he has 1 negation and 3 destructions. All right, and also Imperial Irewall does absolutely nothing to Mathmech. So I kept that in mind because I wanted to keep Lord in my hand, and I was praying that Lord would, you know, stay safe if I bet the 50-50. So I set 5. Epidemic could be useful if he tries to go into this play again. I can just stop him from having it. And then Terrors of the Overroot will just be a useful card. But my main play here is to skill drain and stop these monsters from being useful, and then Solemn Strike any effects, and pray that my Lord will be able to search off Lovely so I can start an engine. So he goes and he searches 3 pieces. summons, destroys a card in hand, and that was lucky for me. Imperial Irewall. He sends Epidemic, which is fine. If he'd sent Skill Drain, I don't know what would have happened, but on draw, or on main, he tries to draw another card, and I immediately Skill Drain. This card would have let him send a card from the field, so I destroyed it. And then once that was destroyed, there's no more effects on the field. He goes Math Mech Circular. Circular lets him... Oh, no, he's negated, so he summons with his spell. And then he goes into Update Jammer. Update Jammer and Access will go into Access Code Talker. And Access Code Talker is meant to pop Skill Drain. So as soon as he summons Access Code and its effects are negated, I compulse Access Code to send it back. And summon Lord, because Lord will be able to search me a card. I search off my Lovely card because I want to set one of these traps again. And then I want to be able to do it like consistently. So I'm going to save Terrors for after. And Gozen also is just going to win me the game here too. So I destroy one card and I resummon. And the reason I'm not Terrors anything right now is because I want to use Terrors to reset Welcome Labrynth next turn. Okay. So at this point, I have 2 cards that'll stop. Like this card's a full win, Skill Drain's a full win, and then I get to reset a card if Skill Drain's off the field. So we just need to see what he draws. And then he scoops. So that's a tier 1 deck going first and losing to a trap deck. And then the next game was a Sword Soul game. So Sword Soul, another tier 1 deck, but in my opinion, Sword Soul is a lot. It's a very different kind of tier 1. Like it feels like it's had some time to develop, and it has a lot of different playstyles you can go. So this guy definitely did not choose the way that I would have done it, but he had a lot to do. Let's just say that. Let's just say that he had a lot to do. Alright, so he summons, he's doing a thing that does a thing to summon another thing. Summons Adamantipator. Lets him recycle to summon a card from the grave. And he summons this, which lets him add a card. He adds Strategist, and then he resets a card from his banish to his hand. And then he's going to use that card to summon the Strategist, and then Shang-Chi burn, and then set 2 and pass. Alright. So turn 2 against a Sword Soul deck is pretty fun, right? Torrential Tribute wins the game here, and so does Solemn Strike. So I was gonna set Labrynth, but I felt like he had like some sort of blackout or something. That's the reason I didn't do this. I didn't want to set this because it would just let him destroy it for no reason. So he decides to destroy this card, which lets him banish a card for protection. And I think that he wanted to banish another card, but I don't know. It didn't work the way that he wanted to, I guess. He was close. He had enough to OTK me here, and honestly, if he'd just gone into battle, it might have been enough, but he sends a card back to my hand, and that'll let him search. This spell lets him search. So on the summon of this, 1, this is his normal summon, and 2, his entire board is like full. Like he has 1 monster negate, and he's probably going into another one soon. So I decided to torrential this because he has 1 card in his hand, so he can't summon another monster. Like for example, Strategist would need 2 monsters in hand, so I torrential this, and then I Skill Drain. I torrential, and the Skill Drain stops the Adamantipator Risen. And if he had a Baron de Fleur, the Solemn Strike would have stopped the Baron de Fleur. But at this point, I was like, he's out of plays. I have no way that I'm going to be able to use Solemn Strike. But his last card in hand was Maxi, which I thankfully have a Solemn Strike for. I mean, it was not really like I needed it, but that's a clear board. So that's another tier 1 deck. Like I said, this deck is not bad. So back Eldritch, let's look at it because I actually know this deck for once. This is some crazy stuff. Tribute 1 Dark Monster. Wow, bro. It's like that for him, I guess. These are really not good cards for an Eldritch deck considering the main boss monster's light, but okay. Anyways, let's go into this. So you can tell the difference between trap decks and like spell decks, because usually spell decks either have an interruption on your turn, like first turn, or they like, this is gonna sound weird, but they like go fast. So this guy has no interruptions, and he was going slow, alright? So he was going through the phases slow. So I knew that I felt like he was a trap or like a monster heavy deck. Like he didn't have any responses. So I was not willing to waste Trap Trick to go into Epidemic yet. But if you know that they're setting form passing, like this is a, like if you had Epidemic here, this is a sign that they're probably not a spell deck, because most spell decks are gonna go into their monsters with the spells. But continuing on, I use this card just to search, just to get another draw off, pretty much. Whenever I use my Trap Trick, I want to be able to Epidemic that. A Lord comes out. Alright. He sets Pot of Extravagance. So then I Trap Trick. And I cannot believe I did this to this guy. So I call traps. I think I just called traps, yeah. Out of the blue, alright? Most of the time you're gonna want to call spells, but I read this guy like a book, alright? Pot of Extrav usually is used for cards, for decks that summon. So I was like, alright, this is probably gonna be a trap deck that summons from like the main deck. It's not gonna be a spell deck, alright? So that's why I called traps. And I looked through his hand. It's so bad, because after that happens, Lovely will get a card, then Ariano will set another card, and then I'll have another Lord next turn. So it's over. All right. That this game. Whoops. Oh, he's Diamond 1. That was cracked. I beat a Diamond 1. All right, wait. Replay. Anyways, is that the deck I was looking at? Yeah. Alright, confirm opponent's deck. Yeah, this game was crazy too. Check this shit out. This guy drew the best card in the game for only my deck. It doesn't do anything against 90% of deck. This is the game I'm... this is the game I'm thinking, bro. This is crazy. He drew the one card that stops me from doing anything, okay? I've never seen this either before. So, this is such a dog shit hand, by the way, because, I mean, it's not dog shit, but it's not great, because we only have 2 spells. This one's going to be a pop 1 and a search. This one's going to be a pop 2, and then if I have Lovely on the field, pop 3. So, I've pretty much popped 5 cards. I can pop 5 cards on the field. But, hand destruction. So, each player sends 2 cards from their hand to the graveyard, then draw 2 cards. What do you know? I have the perfect amount of cards for that, and both of these cards do something. So Lovely would have been summoned, and then Lord would have been protecting my back row. So I have to give up those. I get another Lord, thankfully, but, you know, this card isn't as useful in hand. So he sends the 2 cards, and this card lets him destroy Spell and Trap. So he gets to pop a Spell and Trap because of that. Pretty cracked. He decides to pop this, which isn't great. But I think he popped it because he knew this deck and he wanted to stop Lovely from coming back. But Lovely wasn't going to come back. I mean, not yet, because I can't pop face down cards because of Lord's effect. Oh wait, no, Lord could have... So I guess he wanted to stop me from summoning. He wanted me to stop this summon, so he banished it. Which is correct if you think about it. He used card destruction so that he sent it from my hand, and then he has Called by the Grave to banish it, so there was absolutely nothing for me to do on that play. I use this to just reset my my welcome, because I already have a welcome in the grave, so all I need is a normal trap, which is this card right here, to activate that. So I'm gonna set 2, well, set 3 now, because I have another... This card's gonna be really good too. I have replayability for next turn now, so it's okay. I only had 1 card last turn, I have 5 now. Imperial Iron Wall is going to stop this Despian Tragedy from searching Branded Fusion. This card lets him draw 2 and then send 1. This lets him send another card, and then he sets a card. So he tries to go into battle, and this is why I wanted to show this game off. Check this out. So 4 cards on the field. It looks like my advantage is mid here, okay? But check this out. So Dogmatica is going to destroy a card, okay? Chain Dogmatica with Welcome Labrynth. He's chaining this, but it doesn't matter because Imperial Iron Wall stops him from banishing, so he can't even summon. So he searches this. He has 5 cards. I summon. This will pop 1 card, okay? So keep that in mind. I pop 1 card, and because of that, I draw a card, I add a card, I destroy a card, and I destroy another card, and I summon a card. And then I search another card, okay? So I went from a 1 card advantage to a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 card advantage because of 1 Dogmatica punishment. And that is the power of this deck right there. It gives you crazy advantage. Like, look at that. I went from having a mild advantage to clearing his board and having a full board on his turn in his battle phase. So that was that game. And then this is a game against a Flounderies deck, which I just played, just a random game. So, you know how it'd be, just a random game. I'll do 1 live game too, how about that? That's gonna be pretty stupid because I'll probably lose, but I'll do 1 live game after this to show what it's all about, the heart of the cards, right? So, search Lord here. Lord will activate, you'll set 4, like Lord. Protects my entire back row, and then Imperial Iron Wall stops evenly matched, so really nice to have these cards here. He was Flounderies, and I was like, alright, good, I have the Imperial Iron Wall, so good luck. I waited for him to summon the second card so that once he goes into his next card, he won't be able to banish and then use them as protection. But he had a quick play Flounderies, the adventure of... Sorry, I don't even know what this card is called, but it lets him search a card by banishing, so he wanted to activate that before I stopped him from banishing anything. And that lets him add another card. So now he's going to search 1 more card, alright? And this card will let him summon his level 2, or his tribute for 2. These cards are no longer in the banish, but this will let... He's doing this because he wants a card like Flounderies, like some card to out the Imperial Iron Wall, because this card will let him tribute my spells and traps, so he can tribute Imperial Iron Wall. I just Terrors of the Overroot this and reset the freezing this card, because first off it's a spell, and second off it's been used, third off I have Epidemic Eradicator. So in this phase I go ahead and activate Lord effect in the battle phase, and I tried to do this in the all in the battle phase, but I should have also activated Imperial Iron Wall, or not Imperial, sorry, I should have activated Epidemic Eradicator because he has no face-up cards. But he didn't go for any like spell destructions or anything, he just went straight for the spell card. So I called it with the Epidemic card called Spells. He didn't have a response, so there goes his Pot of Extravagance. I reset this spell because I knew Epidemic would destroy it. Now he has a Dimensional Fissure, but he has cards all in his graveyard, so that's useless. And then both of these cards are useful, but he can't use them right now. And that's a trap that'll be popped soon. So yeah, that's just a search for Harpy's Feather Duster, but that'll be popped too. So he just scoops, and that is that. So they're the replays from this season. All in all, it was a fun season. Personally, I don't think this deck is top tier, but it is really fun, and it has a lot of different play styles that it lends to. So, you know, if you're really looking for a deck that, like, it feels like you're grinding, you know, you're having fun, you're living the life, definitely don't go for this game. But if you want to have a deck where you feel like everything's a struggle and you have to, you know, climb out of a hellhole to actually get somewhere, this might be the deck for you. This is going to probably be a perfect example of that, considering that we're going second here. Let's see who we're going against, though, before we start talking like this. So first live game on the YouTube channel, I think. Flounderies. That's not great. If I'm going to be honest, that's less than ideal. But it's not over because we have Pot of Extravagance. As long as he doesn't have Ash in hand, we'll be okay. Yep. Tributes, banishes. Wow. Floundries is something. Not my favorite deck to go against. If I'm gonna be honest, it's one of my least favorite decks to go against. But it's also one of the most readable decks because they're gonna do the exact same thing every turn. The only difference is gonna be the boss monster they bring out. So he sets here. Oh, he has a... That's annoying. That's an annoying card to have to deal with right now. We need Dogmatic Punishment for that, pretty much. We also need, like, a field spell. Hopefully we can, like, get a draw into the field spell. No way did I just say that. I'm gonna lose this game because I just said that. Anyways, alright. Hopefully he doesn't have an Ash. Now, that's what I really hope, okay? Fuck the field spell. It's about the Ash. If he doesn't have Ash here, I'm happier. He has Ash. Okay. Okay. Let's see it. He's gonna destroy Labrynth. That's completely fine with me. What I need him not to do is use Floundries the Unexplored Winds to tribute all 5 of my cards during my turn. Which is completely possible. If that happens, then we are giga fucked. So right now, the play I think is to just set 5, activate the Labrynth, and pray to God that he doesn't destroy every single thing that we have to live for. Okay. He's gonna do it soon. He'll do it soon, I promise. We just have to see what he chooses. That is the tough thing about being a trap deck going second. It's almost confirmed that you're gonna have at least 2 or 3 cards that don't do much because they can just activate effects. Like, this is actually broken because he can just summon like a level 1 and then keep tributing it. Well, I guess not. You can only do it twice. We'll see what he does. Okay, there's the Ryza. That's the only big bird that he has right now. Ryza comes out to the board. Probably gonna send Labrynth. I always think they're gonna send Labrynth. Yep. Alright, there's a big bird, and then he gets another send. So he sends, that was not good. That's not good that he sent that. That is, well, I'm glad that he resent Labrynth, but I wish that he hadn't targeted my welcome. And Cosmic Cyclone. That's great. Alright. So you can see, like, this is probably my biggest problem with this deck, is that not great going second. Yeah. Alright, well, there's nothing we can do, so we're just gonna end turn. We're gonna keep this on just in case. So I'm thinking I might have to Torrential Tribute the board here. But I don't want him to normal summon and then waste my Torrential Tribute. I'm gonna wait for his summon and then Torrential. And then I'm gonna Epidemic and call spells. And but then I don't have anything because he reset my lovely. So maybe Lord will search my... I needed him not to do that again. I didn't even... What? He didn't even summon. He didn't even summon. That's just so crazy to me. That is just so crazy to me. Oh, man. Well, nothing I can do about that. Yeah. Alright, well, this is the only time to Torrential. Alright. This is my card, the last one. Oh, yeah. Alright. I need him to go into water monsters like now. Like I need him to start the terrain again and go back into water monsters. I don't know if he's gonna do that for me though. I don't think he is. Ah, yeah. Oh, he's not going water monsters. And he's gonna tribute summon my last card. Not good. Not really good. Not ideal. Alright. He summons. Insert. Let him add. He already summoned this card, but he'll summon Mist Valley. Mist Valley is gonna negate. But if I don't do this, then he's gonna tribute my Gozen match. But if I do this, then he's gonna tribute my spell or trap regardless. This is the problem with going second, and this is the problem that I have with this card. Yeah, definitely not ideal. I'll fight it through, but there's not a lot I can do. Searches. I really hope that he doesn't do what I think he's about to do, because that might absolutely destroy me. Yep. Ah, he can summon the same card more than once. That's crazy. Yeah, that's lost. No, that is what happens when you go fucking second. Hey. Win a coin flip, they said. It'd be easy, they said. Just don't search the unexplored wins, and yeah, that's the way. That's the way you win in Labrynth. Don't let them search the unexplored wins. That card's so stupid. I'll do one more because I didn't get to go first, and I'm scum like that. Yep, this is indeed the story of my life. This is indeed the story of my life. At the very least, don't be a 10-minute turn. Please, I'm gonna leave if it's a 10-minute turn. Oh, I'm so close to leaving already. It's a 10-minute turn, I can already feel it. Oh, it's me. Alright. Time to lose against myself. No cap. This card's useless. And this card, these two are both useless. Bro, he's using his entire brain to set 5 and pass. My god. God, I do love going second. It is my like favorite thing in this game. Look at that, another useless card. Alright, let's see what other useless cards we can draw into right now. I swear I'm gonna draw Imperial Iron Wall. I swear I'm gonna draw Imperial Iron Wall. What is he thinking? Oh my god, bro. If he knows, he knows. Like this is the incredible power of going first, bro. Oh my lands. Oh my lands. All I did was Pot of Extravagance. Please don't do it to me. Oh, I knew I would draw Imperial Iron Wall. They're all useless. Please don't have Trap. Please don't. Oh, he has it, bro. I can feel it. Oh, I can feel it. I should have just set him. Fudge. Don't do it. Don't call Epidemic. It's 40 cards. You don't have it. It's 40 cards. You don't have it. It's 40 cards. No, you don't have it. You don't have it. Trust me, you don't have it. You don't have it, bro. No, you don't have it. This is what's incredible to me. I am playing against a Labrynth deck, and he's still taking 20 turns or 20 minutes. Like, dude, this game could not be a shorter game. You just need to... God have mercy on us all. God have mercy on us all. What? Yo, the guy's retarded. Yo, the guy's retarded. He's retarded. Why, dude? I literally draw into Labrynth only for it to be destroyed every single time. What's insane to me is that I literally draw into it for it to be destroyed. Like, incredibly played. Almost the best player alive. Almost the best player alive. You really almost love to see it. Almost. It's incredible. I love having turns. I love playing games. Love playing. Anyways, now that he's done literally robbing my turn of me. What did he say? Oh, another epidemic. That's hilarious, bro. I don't think he realizes that that doesn't work if Lord is active. I'm gonna just set 4 because I think that he probably is running like a very similar deck to me. So, yeah. Call epidemic again, my guy. Go ahead. I just need lovely. And I also need my own epidemic, if that would be incredible. And he's gonna go ahead and do his thing. Surprised he's not calling anything with... I'm surprised he's not calling anything. I'm going to Dogmatica, I think. I could Rivalry, and then he's gonna use Epidemic. Epidemic will reset Welcome. Then I can destroy Welcome. I want to see the other cards that he's using, to be honest. I want to see these 2 cards. So if I summon Dogmatic, I think I have to Rivalry. I'm gonna Rivalry. I hope that he uses Epidemic here. I hope he uses Epidemic here. Or doesn't. I hope that he like makes Lord leave the field. That'd be nice too. Either one of those could work for me. Right. Says if you control a fiend monster. I mean, maybe that's because he controls a fiend monster. I don't know, but that lets me destroy this card. Oh, he's gonna negate that. Okay, I actually really needed Dogmatica punishment, to be honest. The fact that that's Epidemic really does not bode well for me. I wish this last card were not Epidemic Eradicator Virus. Like, what are the chances that I'm fighting myself? Not only does he have 1, but he has 2. Like, go ahead and attack me for 4,000, bro. We are indeed losing. We have literally drawn nothing. The one thing that we drew, the Labrynth, was destroyed before we could even put it on the field. So, we're still looking for a way. You can banish that. We're still looking for a way to get our... Welcome. Yep, fuck that, bro. Goodbye. Yo, what the hell? Why you give up? Oh, because, I mean, that's such a crap game, bro. He just gives up. Like, dude, fight me. Like, I'm going second. You're just so... Alright, whatever. Let's see what his deck looked like. He had my deck with one extra copy of these. He just threw in Stovey and Changlier. Yeah, and then he took out one copy of these and... Bro, what are these ratios? Oh my god, this is crazy. This is actually a crazy deck, to be honest. This is like my deck, except he probably didn't watch the video. Watch the video. Watch the video about the deck. It's a good video. Anyways, I'm done. Hope you guys enjoy. GG's. Adios. Let me know if there's anything you want me to change. Yeah.